are really itching for an Indian female mystery-solving main character who isn't a cynical know-it-all, then boy do I got news for you! Now, everything that can be said about Velma has already been said and repeated ad nauseum. There's valid criticism to be had when it comes to this HBO Max original, aside from misogyny, racism, fatphobic, or homophobic comments. Velma is riddled with actual issues that make it bad. And y'all don't need to lie about it to make it look worse. Trust me, the show does a fine job of doing it on its own. The Alpha J's video best sums up the main problems with Velma and the possibilities of what could have been if the show didn't want to be such a unfunny, meta, subversive, preachy mess that it's turning out to be. The only reason I'm going to keep watching is because the mystery is actually intriguing, and I enjoy the characters of Norville and Fred. Also, it seems that Mindy Kaling is known for being a self-hating Indian woman who both praises and despises white men. I don't know a lot about the woman, but she seems to be the last person you want to hope for to get any kind of decent Indian representation out of anything. Now this video I found, The Dark Truth About Velma's Mindy Kaling, goes into greater detail about her, so I highly recommend you give it a watch. But some good has come out of all this Velma discourse because I've come across 2 other Indian female detectives. Now that I say it out loud, that's a very specific role, and it's funny now to consider we have 3 of them. It's the Pinocchios all over again, I swear. Yo, shout out to my Tiny Toy Tiger tribe for bringing this gem to my attention. I don't know where I was on the internet in the early 2010s to miss Sally Bollywood, super detective, but it is definitely a unique show to say the least. So this French-Australian show that stars an Indian girl whose English voice actor is British, which was definitely a choice considering history. The series takes place in a big Western-inspired suburban city, home to a variety of different cultures and groups of people. Mr. Worldwide ain't got ish on Sally Bollywood. The series follows 12-year-old Sally Bollywood, who's inspired by her father and wants to follow in his footsteps, so she starts her own detective agency out of their basement and solves mysteries around the city of Cosmopolis with her tech-savvy best friend and partner in crime, Dewey. Sally is a great protagonist. She's headstrong, resourceful, and determined to solve any case that comes her way. But that doesn't mean she's perfect. She can easily get in over her head when solving a case, and that can cause her more trouble than it's worth. However, this show doesn't come without its gripes. My only criticisms would be that its pacing is kinda fast, like it's hasty, it's very go go go. It doesn't let a scene linger for more than just a second before jumping into the next one. I don't know if that's an issue because I was watching it in English and the translations probably had to adjust for the episodes to still make sense, but it would explain the off-sync lip flaps. And on that note of the animation, it reminds me a lot of Go Animate with limited gestures from the puppet rigs, so the characters either just slide across the screen or bounce to give that illusion of movement. It's wonky, yet adds a bit of charm to the series. I don't know why, but this show also reminds me of Johnny Test, with its visuals, but mainly due to all the excessive sound effects. The audio mixing really makes it difficult to hear the characters. I have to watch it on subtitles. But all of that aside, it's still a well-written show, the mysteries are engaging, and I just adore the character designs. I mean, just look at Sally. Everything about her is peak character design. And her color palette is so yummy, how the purples and oranges work well against her brown skin. The hint of gold in her jewelry is excellent and gives it that pop. And her bendy? Okay, I was always under the impression that the red dot in the center of an Indian woman's forehead meant that she's married and only that. But I recently read some articles claiming that modern Indian women and girls can wear it to ward off evil spirits, for good luck, or just as a fashion statement like a beauty mark. So I'm not entirely sure which is accurate, and it's not really my place to say whether or not it's appropriate that Sally is wearing a bendy. Honestly, I just wish I knew about this series growing up, just like so many of you. Now, if you're curious or you want to give into your nostalgia for a few hours, the entire series is right here on YouTube. Now, that's just an early 2010s Indian girl solving mysteries. Not sure how well some stuff might have aged, but But how about something more modern, but also not really? On Disney Plus, you'll find a show that takes place in the fictional city of Jaipur, which is strangely one letter off from the real Indian city of Jaipur, but I digress. Mira, Royal Detective, is about Mira, obviously, solving mysteries around the kingdom of Jaipur with her talking mongoose buddies Miku and Chiku. Jaipur was inspired by the 19th century architecture and landscapes of India, as well as its fashion. I love these characters' clothing. They're all so pretty. There's also a mixture of different musical genres in this show, ranging from Indian folk to even hip-hop. So in every episode, there's always at least one song sequence, and when it's mystery solving time, Mira sings to suit up in her jacket and badge. I think it's cute. It's cute and interesting to hear the different kind of music in the show, honestly. The mysteries encourage use of critical thinking and deduction skills. This CG animated show had South Indian cultural consultants on their team to work on the series, which just goes to show the amount of care that went into Mira, right down to her voice actor being a biracial South Indian girl. The majority of the cast are voiced by South Asians too. Leela Ladinier did an excellent job as Mira, making her a fun, likable, adventurous detective that's ready to help everyone. She's so great and super charming. The show is very much like Craig of the Creek, in which the creators are white, but the show has a diverse team that reflects the characters and settings that they are in, thus further proving the importance of having diversity not just on the screen, but behind the scenes. So the next time someone complains about Velma with the, "If they wanted to make an Indian female lead, then why didn't they just make an original show?" Hit them with Mira and Sally to shut them up. Now, due to my outside life, don't know Uncle Fee, and feel free to subscribe, I really appreciate it, get access to the Discord. I've only been able to watch a small handful of the Royal and Super Detective shows, but I do intend to finish them because I am hooked. And if you want to hear my opinions and full thoughts on the shows once I'm finished, just let me know in the comments. And if you're a longtime Mira or Sally fan, please tell me what it is you like best about the shows. I especially want to hear from any South Asians in the audience. Do you feel that Mira or Sally are both good representations of you or your cultures? In the meantime, I've got more research to do because if there's anything Mira, Royal Detective, and Sally Bollywood, Super Detective have done to me, I'm way more interested in learning about Indian culture. I'm obsessed with Indian folk metal!